Welcome back to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Incorporated. Today will be the final installment on dealing with the bent arm lock resistance. So we're going on resistance series number 4, and when you got the bent arm lock from guard, this one will be when they go to hug your body to protect and secure their arm, how to deal with that. I hope you get something out of it. Have a look. So I got my training partner inside my guard. I'm going to attack the bent arm lock. I go for the bent arm lock. He sees that. He doesn't like that. He's going to hug my body to really secure his arm, and I don't got nothing from here. So my option is to do a modified hip bump sweep. I hip bump off my shoulder. Now I'm in mount. I could potentially get the leverage to finish the bent arm lock from this position, but from here I will just dismount to side control. From this position, we've been there before. If this is the 4th series that you've watched in a row, you know exactly what I'm about to do. So let me just go through a couple of things, and I want to touch on a few things I haven't talked about in previous series. So I have the bent arm lock. I bring the elbow to the armpit. I drive the elbow over his shoulder, and I lift up. And I get to tap. If I didn't quite get that, if he beat me to the punch and he grabs his hamstring for resistance, here I transition to north-south. As I transition to north-south, I have a lot of different options. As previously discussed in just previous videos in these resistance series. But what I want to talk about from here is when I go for the straight arm lock and I have the grip here, I keep this here, and I talked about the last video what happens when he escapes. What I didn't cover is when he don't escape, I go for the straight arm lock in the bent arm lock grip, and then at the very end I just change my grip and then get the straight arm lock. So it's just a minor grip change here. This video is more of an intermediate jiu-jitsu segment where I'm not talking about the mechanics of the bent arm lock. I'm not talking about the mechanics of the hip bump sweep. I'm not talking about different transitions. I'm just giving you options. If you know the mechanics and different entries, this is the video for you. I hope you get something out of it. Take a look one more time. I get the bent arm lock. He gives me the resistance. I throw the hip bump. I transition. I get to tap. He resists. I transition to north-south. I have many different options. The point I want to make is the grip on my straight arm lock. So I bring the shin to the rib cage, I squeeze my knees together, I sit back, and from here, I'm already set up in case he's going to escape, as previously illustrated in video 70. But if he's not, I just transition my grip. Another resistance I want to talk about is when I go for the straight arm lock and then have a chance to either roll out of it, hop over my leg, hug my body. There's another resistance sometimes you have to deal with, is when I'm here, he feels he's got no more options. So a popular resistance sometimes is to defend the bent arm lock, he'll straighten out his arm. As it's happening, I get the motorcycle grip and I help him, and then I get the straight arm lock off this. Have a look. Check this out one more time. I come over here, he feels his last resort is to straighten out that arm, which is a common one. I turn the wrist, I help him, and I go for the straight arm lock. So that was the resistance series number 4 from defending the bent arm lock. I hope you can grasp all of that material, rep it out, both sides, make it part of you, and that you up your percentages on the bent arm lock, and I look forward to seeing you on the mat soon.